basically.
Yeah. Jesus.
I had a guy knock on my door the other day selling magazines.
Did you really?
Yeah. I haven't had that in forever.
Like Office Space?
Well, like, door-to-door salesman. And he described to me the program that he was a part of, and he essentially just described to me the definition of a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
And talked about how it was the greatest thing ever. And he's a young guy, and I'm like, what do I say to this guy? You know what I mean? It's like, he's working, he's trying, but it's just like, it was so clear that he was trying to move up to the next level, and then I guess he gets more thetans or whatever. And then, he was just like, I'm working here. I work for this guy. He's got 5 guys working for him. And if I get enough points, they'll move me up, and they'll have 5 guys working for me.
You know what's frightening about that is like a lot of charities are sort of run that way, I think. I don't know if it's right or it's wrong.
Have we talked about charities on the podcast
Yeah,
before?
we have. We did like 3 weeks ago, I think,
The
about
Bono thing?
operating costs.
Never mind then.
No, we talked about not the pyramid scheme, though. How does it... We were talking about overhead.
I don't know if it's necessarily a pyramid scheme, but it's like the people who are doing the work take such a large percentage of the money that it's...
That's not always the case, but most of the time is the case.
Well, it's like I feel like I could go door to door and be like, I'm collecting money for Darfur, you know.
Yeah.
I'm keeping 90% of the money you give me and maybe passing on 10,
Were you in the Boy Scouts?
I was.
I was in the Boy Scouts, too. Anybody else? Jack?
I was.
Were you in the Boy Scouts? Okay.
Mhm. That's why I'm prepared.
We did not sell cookies. We didn't, right? We didn't sell cookies.
No.
We had a popcorn fundraiser when I was in the Boy Scouts. I probably sold like 5 tins of popcorn. And it wasn't even that big. I'm not really sure if all Boy Scouts did that. Did you ever do that?
I never did that, no.
I can't remember, but I don't think I did, yeah.
But we were never strapped for cash as the Boy Scouts. We still got our uniforms. We still went camping and all that stuff.
What?
Where the fuck does all that cookie money go for the Girl Scouts? Because they're not doing anything different than the Boy Scouts. But they generate a fuck ton of money from those cookies.
I mean,
Where
they've
does that
got
go?
like cultural guilt engineered into America where it's like a little girl shows up at your door saying, I'm selling cookies. Well, you have to buy them.
You do.
You pretty much do.
Somebody's going to figure out a way to get how to train.
That's a business model.
They're going to train puppies to sell cookies, then you're doomed.
Yeah.
That's the Girl
It
Scouts.
just shows up. It's got like a box,
got a box.
and a collar.
and sad eyes.
He's got like a roll of Thin Mints under his neck.
Buy this so I can eat tonight.
That'd be great. That'd be a great thing where you send a hungry dog to the door with a box of milk bones. The person has to buy the box of milk bones to feed to the dog. It's like the perfect system. You'd make billions. But I really want to know, where does all the Girl Scout cookie money go?
I never thought of it that way. I don't know.
Who's making that money?
Somebody's making that money.
The Girl Scouts aren't getting a commission, are they?
I don't think so.
I can't remember. When you joined the Boy Scouts, did you have to pay?
You have to buy your uniform. I know that, and I think there is a yearly dues.
Yeah, I guess. That sounds right.
I remember dues. Now that I said that word, it might have been like every meeting thing you had to take.
I remember paying like dues, but I think it was like to join the Boy Scouts like $50 a year.
Yeah, it was like
$40
$2 a meeting or something.
Yeah,
Of course, that was during the Depression, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, we're also that was many years ago.
we also had to train with a rifle, just in case Hitler invaded.
That's right.
The National Guard was deployed in Europe at the time, and we were maintaining border security.
Please tell me, in the Boy Scouts, they're still shooting off rifles. Please tell me.
I never shot a rifle in the Boy Scouts.
No, yeah, we had the rifle training. They've added things, but I don't think they've taken away too many things.
Isn't there an internet badge now?
Yeah, I think there is an internet badge.
Wow, internet badge.
You have to download it.
It's digital.
You put it on your e-vest.
What do you do? What do you have to do? We should look that up. We have to find out what you have to do.
Yeah, look
to
it
get
up.
the internet badge.
Troll 4chan.
You have to go to DEF CON.
I feel like pedophiles are on the other side of that for some reason.
What they really petitioned to have that internet badge added.
Internet scouting service.
Also, I never hear about the Girl Scouts outside of the cookie sales.
Yeah, what are they doing the rest of the time?
I think they're just gearing up for cookie sales. That's it.
Yeah, right?
I guess they're making cookies. That would be my guess. Somebody's got to make all those
Giant
things.
cookie factories where all the Girl Scouts go.
That's right.
I always feel compelled to explain things to our international viewers, too, if they don't know what a Girl Scout is or what Girl Scout cookies are.
Well, they're missing out.
But there's this cult in America called the Girl Scouts, and they all dress in green, and they're young.
That's why so you can't see them until they're on top of you with a box of cookies. You don't know.
Dude, I can't. I don't want to say no. They hang outside the grocery store.
You're like Girl Scout, like you're in suburban, like you're.
I am.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. They have high density in my area, and they're they're just little girls, like 6 to 10 years old, and they sell either cookies door to door, or now what they do is they camp outside of retail places all day, and with a card table. These 2 girls, and like, we want to buy some cookies. You're like, $3 for like 10 cookies. What is it?
It's like a roll.
It's $3.50. Yeah.
I'm like a lone dude doing my lone dude thing, going to Vegas or whatever. I like to think that I'm almost as far away from the Girl Scouts as someone could be, but their reach, it doesn't matter. There's always someone who knows someone. Like, I don't actually see the Girl Scouts, but they have like these adults that they use, and they come. And they're like, "Listen, my uncle's niece's daughter, whatever," and like, here's a form, and like they get to you.
Like, remember when we watched your dog that one time? Hey, we're selling cookies.
Yeah.
They get to you. So I mean, there's nowhere they don't reach.
The Boy Scout Internet Badge has many requirements, most of which are really basic and stupid, like find out what ISP you have at home and stuff like that.
That's cool, though.
One of them is explain what a web browser is. For example, Netscape Navigator, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Opera, Amaya, or Lynx.
Wow.
That's
Someone's sounds like the little not up to date, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, they're just missing Safari and Chrome in there, which, who uses those, honestly?
Firefox.
They said, for
And they
example.
have Netscape Navigator. And Lynx? Who the fuck knows what Lynx is? I do. I bet you guys don't.
I don't remember. Lynx.
Is that a
It's a
Linux
It's
thing?
a text-based Unix web browser.
Okay, listen,
Jesus.
dude. The guy who designed that requirement is a grown man who works at Boy Scouts of America. He probably uses Lynx every day.
Maybe.
I would imagine so.
On his dial-up.
Awful.
No offense to the guys at the Boy Scouts who use Lynx every day.
Learn about online safety.
Online safety.
Using the web for scouting. Your
How
own
to use your
webpage.
computer to start a fire. In case you need it.
How to frighten a bear using computer.
What to do in case of online predators. Just roll up in a ball and act dead.
Puff out your shirt to make yourself bigger.
But here's how a conversation, like, Joel's right. Here's an actual conversation I had this year. I think Girl Scout cookies are now twice a year, too. I think they've moved it up. Or, like, they're shortening the window, for sure. But Griffin came to me and she said, hey, do you want to buy some Girl Scout cookies? For Millie? Or she said like that, and it was for Millie. And I said, yeah, I guess, I'll buy some Girl Scout cookies. She goes, how many do you want? I go, 5 boxes, I guess. I go, is Millie even, and she's in the Girl Scouts
the
now?
question's like, what is the minimum amount of boxes I can purchase with guilt-free? Like, is it 5? What are units of guilt?
Exactly right.
Like, is it 5 now, or is inflation maybe 10? You don't know.
It's exactly the same as buying a birthday gift for a coworker, essentially. How low can I go and get away and not seem like a jackass? But I said, I guess I'll buy 5 boxes. Is that enough 5 boxes? I said, is Millie, now she's in the Girl Scouts? And she goes, oh no, this is for a friend of hers in her class. And I said, I will buy no boxes. I will buy 0 boxes of cookies. Because I know someone else is going to come up to me.
Yeah.
And I got to save my 5 boxes that I'm
more
going to
direct
buy
connection.
for somebody else.
You know, my mother, when I was younger, my mother was a field director in the Girl Scouts, which is, I guess, like the leader's leader, like in the pyramid scheme. She's a few steps up. And every year at Girl Scout cookie time, this giant 18-wheeler with the Girl Scout logo on the side of it would come to our house and unload all the cookies that every Girl Scout in, like, the surrounding counties had sold.
Oh my God.
So our house would be filled with fucking cookies that I couldn't eat.
Oh.
And when you're like 13 years old and you see
that's
like
a hard burden to bear.
2 tons of cookies that you can't touch, it's fucking frustrating. So I buy all the cookies now.
Nice.
Except
make
for,
up for it. Yeah.
except for whoever's going to email me now and ask me to buy cookies. I'm not buying your cookies.
I know. There's some things you have to do as an adult. My entire freshman year of college, I ate ice cream for breakfast every day because I could.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. I think that's the backfire of like when parents are like, no, you can't have this, you can't have that. There is a repercussion for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember being a kid not being able to get all the video games I wanted. Now it's like, well, now I'm just going to fucking buy them and not ever open them. I'm just going to put them on the shelf. It's true. I mean, it's just like,
I'll show them.
yeah, I'll show them, but it's, you know.
Yeah.
See, I didn't waste my youth, but I wasted my money when I was an adult. Take that, parents.
So I saw an interesting, well, I thought it was interesting discussion on Kotaku this morning where they were asking people, talking about video games, they were asking people, when you buy the collector's